I called the girl I was dating fat, more specifically Fatling. I know how that sounds, and trust me, I hate myself for it. But let me explain what happened because this story changed everything about how I see myself. I'd been dating Jessica for about 4 months. She was amazing, funny, smart, and way too good for me. We met at a coffee shop where she worked, and somehow I convinced her to go out with me even though I was just some guy who came in every day ordering the same boring latte. Everything was going great until last weekend when we went to this house party at my friend Mike's place. Jessica was wearing this cute dress and looked incredible, but she seemed nervous about meeting all my friends for the first time. The party was pretty typical, loud music, too many people crammed into a small apartment, and everyone drinking cheap beer. Jessica was being really quiet, just sticking close to me and not really talking to anyone else. After about an hour, my ex-girlfriend Amanda showed up. I hadn't seen her in almost a year, and things ended pretty badly between us. She walked right up to me and Jessica and started making these fake nice comments. "Oh wow, so this is your new girlfriend," Amanda said, looking Jessica up and down. "She's so different from your usual type." The way she said it was clearly meant to be insulting, but Jessica just smiled and tried to be polite. Amanda kept making these little digs all night. She'd comment on Jessica's outfit or make jokes about how I usually dated skinnier girls and basically just being a complete witch. Jessica was getting more and more uncomfortable, and I could tell she wanted to leave. Finally, Amanda pushed too far. She made some comment about how Jessica must really like food when she saw her eating chips. Jessica's face went bright red, and she grabbed my arm and said she wanted to go home. I was drunk and angry at Amanda for ruining our night, but instead of taking it out on her, I made the worst mistake of my life. As we were walking to my car, I turned to Jessica and said, "Why did you let her get to you like that? You're being way too sensitive about this stuff, Fatling." The word came out before I could stop it. It was this stupid nickname my friends and I used in high school for this girl we didn't like. I don't even know why I said it. I was just frustrated and drunk and being an idiot. Jessica stopped walking and stared at me like I just slapped her. Her eyes filled up with tears and she said, "What did you just call me?" I tried to backtrack immediately. I told her I didn't mean it, that I was just upset about Amanda, that it was a stupid mistake, but the damage was done. Jessica started crying right there in the parking lot. She said, "I've been worried all night that your friends would think I wasn't pretty enough for you. And now I know that deep down, you think the same thing as your horrible ex-girlfriend." I kept trying to apologize, but she wouldn't listen. She called her roommate to come pick her up and wouldn't even let me drive her home. She just stood there waiting by Mike's mailbox, crying and refusing to look at me. When her ride showed up, Jessica turned to me and said, "You know what the worst part is? I actually thought you were different. I thought you liked me for who I am, but you're just like every other guy who thinks he can tear down a girl to make himself feel better." Then she got in the car and they drove away. I stood there in that parking lot feeling like the biggest piece of garbage on the planet. I tried calling and texting her for days, but she blocked my number. I even went to the coffee shop where she worked, but her manager told me she'd requested not to work when I might come in. 2 weeks later, I saw her at the grocery store with some new guy. They were laughing and holding hands, and she looked genuinely happy. When she saw me, she didn't even acknowledge that I existed. My friend Mike later told me that Jessica had confided in his girlfriend about what happened. Apparently, she'd struggled with body image issues her whole life, and my comment hit her exactly where it would hurt the most. That night taught me that words can destroy people, especially when they come from someone who's supposed to care about you. I lost the best thing that ever happened to me because I couldn't control my mouth for 5 seconds. I never saw Jessica again after that day at the grocery store, but I think about that moment every time I'm tempted to say something mean when I'm angry. Some mistakes you don't get to take back.